regular session. Please stand for the pledge. Ready to begin? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a report of closed session this evening. In closed session, the board took action to reassign permanent certificated administrator, identification number 7600002131, to a non-administrative certificated position within the scope of her credentials pursuant to Ed Code section 4495 to the superintendent or designee to send out the appropriate legal notices. The vote was as follows: ayes 4, nays 0, with board member Perry absent. Motion to adopt our agenda, please. So moved. Second. Are there any changes or additions to the agenda?
No, that's right.
All in favor of the agenda as presented?
Aye.
Opposed? We have public comment for non-agenda items. If there's anyone that wishes to comment on something that is not on our agenda. Seeing none. Then we have our recognitions for this evening. As part of recognizing Staff Appreciation Week, we're having Classified Employee Service Awards and LBUSD Employees of the Year.
All right. Well, this is an exceptionally fun part of my job, is to be able to recognize our, we're going to start with our Classified Service Awards. And we know what an important role our classified employees play in supporting the work of our school district and really keep the operations running, and we rely on them every single day. So we are really excited to recognize these individuals for the years that they dedicated their service to Laguna Beach Unified School District. So first of all, we have, with 25 years of dedicated service to the students and staff of LBUSD, Deborah Appel.
Wow, very good, thank you.
Next, with 15 years of dedicated service to the students and staff of Laguna Beach Unified School District, Chantal McConnell. And with 5 years of dedicated service to LBUSD, Victoria Weber. You believe it's been 5 years?
I can't support.
Okay, so moving on to our classified school employee of the year and teacher of the year programs, we're gonna talk about those. For the classified employee of the year awards, we actually nominate per category, and these classified honorees receive nominations from their colleagues and supervisors, which I think is one of the most truly honoring things to receive a nomination from your colleagues. And it's based on work performance, school community involvement, leadership, and commitment. So I'm excited to recognize our 2018 Classified Employees of the Year, starting with the Office and Technical category, Jennifer D'Anzio. And in the Maintenance and Operations category, Sandy Mandala.
Good job, Johnny.
And in support services and security, Tim Crilly, our athletic trainer. Congratulations. So we also have, not only is the next honoree a category winner in the paraeducator and instructional assistant category, but she's also our overall classified employee of the year. And that would be Chris Landrum, but before she comes up, I'm gonna ask Mike Conlon, her principal, to say a few words.
You can clap. Good evening, friends and family. Hey, Chris, come on. Members of the board. Yeah. So Chris does an amazing job on campus, but I mean, a big push for our district as well as our school site is the importance of students having an adult that they can connect with, and how valuable that relationship is for the students to feel connected to the school, and just it's an amazing piece, and with it the students can thrive, and that's really what Chris provides. She has a keen ability to connect with students. I can picture one kiddo in particular who's now a fourth grader who I think began working with. No names are necessary. No names are necessary. But she's built such a rapport with this student that he's thriving in fourth grade. He really is. But just when he sees her, his face lights up, and you can tell that he truly has that connection with her, and he has that's a safe adult and that's a connection that he feels very strongly with. So there's so much power in that, and that's just one example of the relationships that Chris has built with students all over this district. So with that, it's a blessing that we have you as part of our family, and we appreciate all that you do to support students. So thank you. All right.
Okay.
And along the same lines, our Teacher of the Year nominee each year is also nominated by his or her peers, and it rotates school sites every year, so that way each school gets a chance at the honor. And this year, I am pleased to announce that our Teacher of the Year is Laura Silver from Grossman. I'm supposed to be surprised.
It's not a surprise.
Not a surprise.
They're every day. Okay, so I've known Laura for 15 years. We've worked together at Thurston Middle School for a long time. And then I just realized, I guess, tonight, we both came to the district at the same time, 19 years ago, right? Waiting for that 20-year certificate. And one of the things that I love most about Laura is that she believed in continuous improvement, building relationships, and every student every day, long before they were district initiatives. No offense. But she was already doing that. I think Laura's greatest strength, one of her greatest strengths, is her ability, her amazing ability to provide a rigorous, challenging environment that supports each and every student. She changes things up between classes, she keeps it current, she makes it fun, but it's always challenging and doing what's right for kids. So one of my favorite things about Laura also is the fact that I could go up to her, and she's on to me now after so many years, and I'd be like, Laura, you're great. And she's like, yeah, really? Really? You think so? I'm like, you're so fabulous. Will you teach yearbook? Yeah, I'll teach yearbook, okay. And then the next year, Laura, you're so great. Will you teach up? Yeah, I'll teach up it. And then like the 5th year after she'd done all these different things, she's like, I'm on to you, Jenny. I know what you're gonna say. But she never says no. She works tirelessly. She's, kids, I think they come back, and this is one of the classes that they appreciate and respect the most because they grow the most in this class. So you're just absolutely amazing, an amazing addition to our campus and our district, and I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
it so well.
Very good. Bring it together.
Okay, back to our meeting, and we have our reports, and Piper, your first report.
President Vickers, at the conclusion of my report, may I have the permission to leave? I have to study for my AP test. We are currently 2 days into high school AP testing, and students are studying hard to ace their tests. Mental health awareness activities in the quad last week were successful. Students learned how to help and be aware of mental illnesses. Teacher Appreciation Week is in full swing. ASB is creating a video, and a table has been set up in the quad for students to write gratuity notes for their teachers. Our second school senate meeting will be held this Friday in the Artist Theater during lunch, as not to interfere with AP testing during break and advisory. Students 3rd through 8th grade and juniors have been preparing for CASP testing starting in a few weeks. ASB is still working on our prom pep assembly that will be next Friday. We will also have Spirit Week preceding the assembly and prom. The LBHS Drama Department is rehearsing for their spring play Anne Frank opening on May 25th. On behalf of Mr. Neal, the 2018 spring sports season is coming to a successful close. In our last season with the Orange Coast League, boys volleyball, baseball, girls track and field, co-ed swimming, boys golf, and boys tennis all finished first in league championships. Boys and girls lacrosse had a competitive first season with lots of improvements for both teams. Softball had a successful season and hoped to qualify in the playoffs. For girls sand volleyball, partners Lexi McEwen and Perry Brennan won LBHS's first beach volleyball pairs championship. At track league prelims, freshman Maya Shaw beat our school record for the girls' 200-meter sprint with a time of 25.87 seconds. 3 days later, at league finals, the girls' varsity 4x1 relay team beat our school's record, breaking 50 seconds. Boys varsity golf's Kyle Sharp qualified for CIF round 2, and tonight boys varsity volleyball has a home CIF game starting at 6. Thank you.
Shall we just go to volleyball? Have the report?
Yes, CASP testing is underway this month, and LaBufa board elections are open, and we have 2 site rep positions open at Belmar and TOW. So it's an open election. We sent out nomination forms along with job descriptions. So we're encouraging all the teachers to take a good look at it, and anyone who wants to be involved, we welcome them. And negotiations. We've completed our 4th day, and we appreciate everyone's efforts and are feeling positive and hope to wrap up next Thursday. The Ecology Club, I just ran into Penny Dressler on my way out today, and her Ecology Club, I thought this was a cute little thing. They're doing Mother's Day gifts that they made from upcycled different things people didn't want and materials and whatnot. And so they're gonna sell these at lunch for Mother's Day, and this is like corks, coasters, and little cuttings from plants, and they got these pots donated, and so these are cute little Mother's Day gifts that kids can buy their moms for like $5 or something nominal like that. But I thought it was a great club project for College Club. And teacher appreciation, we will be doing our luncheons throughout the month of May. And we love our lunch boxes, they are the perfect gift. I was just saying, I was looking all over my garage, I have probably 15 different coolers. But I do not have one that size, and I just wanted a little one, so. And I will be sporting it with my lunch tomorrow, so thank you very much. And then I really loved the Twitter feed. That was a nice little spurt of happiness of, we are grateful for our innovative and dedicated teachers at LBUSD. Thank you for everything that you do and the positive influence you have on our students. Don't forget to #ThankTeacher. So that was a great Twitter, and I plan on sending that out to all of my the teachers who aren't on Twitter. In fact, I'm gonna get on Twitter just because I got that. And I think that was everything.
Thank you. CSEA, Margaret.
Yes, good evening. CSEA is also expanding their site representative at each site. We currently have one, and my goal is to have 3 at each site. This way I know everybody's schedule is busy, and 3:30 on a Wednesday once a month does become somewhat difficult, but I figure between 3 people, 1 person can make it. Also, just dynamics of other people in the conversation. So I've sent that information out and have actually had some responses so far, so I'm very pleased with that. And in September, we will then be doing site rep training, official from CSEA, so that everyone is on the same page and knows the responsibilities and their limitations also. With that said, I'd like to mention, it is Teachers and Classified Staff Appreciation. And at TOW, yesterday, the students brought flowers. And I was here in this room doing negotiations. And one of the little kinders brought flowers. So this morning, when I got to my room, there was this little flower with his little name on it. So I ran over to Kinder and, thanked him so much, and because he was so disappointed that I wasn't there. And I gave him a little hug and, all the things you do. And he looked up at me and he said, and I said, I appreciate this so much. And he goes, I love you. And I thought, is that not what we're here for? When we get into all the discussions, I'll use that word, is that not what we're here for? So with all of my discussions of today, I kept looking at that flower and thought about this little boy. So later on this afternoon, I went to CVS because I had some time on my hands here. And guess who's standing there and looks right at me? Not him, but his mom. And she says, aren't you in this water? And I said, oh, yes. She goes, oh, Brooks was so disappointed yesterday, but he told me you came this morning. And I thought, that's what this is all about. When we get through it all, is that when we go to the grocery store or where we're at in our community or just stopping for gas, it's that we are making a difference. And that's what it all means at the end of the day. So I'd like to leave everyone with that thought.
Thank you. I'm sure you all have seen it too. I've seen it over the years. Kids running up to someone in the grocery store, a teacher or instructional assistant, whatever, that they recognize from school, and they are just ecstatic to see them. So Chantal's a damn rock star. Thank you, Margaret. Do we have any representatives from Boosters PTA or School Power? Okay. Board members.
Well, I attended the school power meeting here at the district, and they discussed teacher grants, and then also congratulations, Sarah Duran will be the new executive director of teacher grants. And then I also went to the Julia Lifcott-Hames, which was excellent.
I attended the same seminar. It was excellent, and I look forward to seeing what we have to say.
I moved to the regular school power meeting, and where the calendar was discussed, and then went to the endowment meeting as well for school power and these teacher grants. So we did have teacher grants before they came to the meeting. Yes, and then the meetings. I attended PTA council, and once again, the district was presenting information. Somebody answers some questions, and we're trying to keep that in the form so that they can pass that on. And they're getting ready to wind up the year. Done all their major fundraising that year. Yeah, they raised a lot. They really raised funds. And so that actually it should continue on as president, but they should
She has one more year.
One more year. I have that, I'm gonna give it to Victoria, the sheet that they have on what's going on legislatively. Some interesting things that PTA is advocating. Thank you. Dr. Boyd.
Alright, this is a great week, to like pause just for a bit to thank our employees, especially in May, when it is one of the more hectic times, for everyone, teachers, classified staff, administrators, and kids in many cases, as we're entering into testing season, obviously with Piper having the AP test. It is a time that, an opportunity for us just to pause for a little bit and thank our employees. We are very thankful. We have an amazing group of people that work every day. We put up the calendar FAQ on the website. It's located in the About section. There's some documents there as well, some backup information. It's essentially kind of a live document, and then as we receive additional information, we'll continue to post it up there. And there's an opportunity for people to provide some feedback as needed as well there, so that we can try to see if there's more questions, try to answer it. Our intent is to have the survey within the next week or two. We finished our final draft versions with Hanover just the other day, and we're going to try to get ready to send that out. Again, our intention is to send it to every family, so that will include sort of 2 emails out to each family, simply because we have parent 1 and parent 2 potentially. We will also send it out to our students via their LUSD accounts that work to make sure that they take the survey, or at least have an opportunity to. Can't force them to. Grades 8 through 12, and then to all of our employees as well. So we are using the ability so that you can only take the survey once, tied to a unique email address, so that we know that the statistics will hopefully be as valid as we possibly can. But the window will be short, so we'll have to send out quite a few reminders, and which we'll do to ensure that we get enough feedback. So I assume we will. But again, if there's feedback, continue to send it to the website. There's a lot of information on there. It's quite a bit of the answers that people asked at the study session, and we will bring forward meeting at some point soon another information item once we get the survey results, which our hope is we'll have those in the first part of June. So this tentative schedule will be to have an information item on the calendar in that first board meeting in June, so that we can present that to the board and get further direction. So on another note, I did quite a few site visits last week. I have to say, it sounds like a farm up at the top of the world. They had about 80 chickens in Kinder. I think they may have gone back to the pet store. Almost, getting close. They had the highest rate of births ever recorded. They weren't expecting that many, and I think they will dial down the amount they bring back next time. They bought new incubators, and they work. So it was very loud, but I did get a chance to go in the kinder classes and talk to a couple of teachers about the Wonders curriculum. Real positive feedback. Students, or kinder students, are reading, writing. It levels them up as they continue to grow, and it's also the same feedback in first grade as well. So it was fun to get around. Haven't been able to get out as much. So I'm old when I say this, but my hip. And but I was able to get out to all 4 schools and walk with Jason as well, and with Jenny, and with Chris over at Elmoro. And it's fun to get to see the classrooms of what our students are doing. It's pretty amazing. So with that, that's it.
Thank you, Lisa. I just want to again thank our employee associations for their work and dedication to the IBB process. It feels very messy at times. We're kind of circling through topics and coming back, and they've been very patient and really dedicated to the principles of the process. And I also wanted to thank our site administrators and directors who participate on those negotiation teams. It's really challenging in a small district to have to tap so many people for so many different roles, and they stay positive, they stay engaged in the process, and I really appreciate their support in that process as well, so thank you. Also wanted to mention Teacher Appreciation Week, as many people have mentioned, and how much we appreciate our employees. Classified School Employee Week is actually May 21st, and there's a week in between, so we kind of celebrate for the next 3 weeks. Which, as Jason mentioned, is a good time when everyone's feeling like the drain as we kind of get toward the end of the school year. You know, to be able to show them our support and how much we value them is really important. Thank you.
Thank you. We've had a lot of bids out recently in preparation of our summer work. I want to thank Ryan Zeta. He's done a fantastic job managing all these bids. As I've always said in my personal opinion, but I think it's true. The planning and bid phase of the project is most important because once you get it to construction, if it's clean, the construction will go smooth. And so Ryan's done a fantastic job with the bid preparation. And I think we're gonna have another very productive summer. He's probably gonna outdo me this summer, which is a little frustrating, but he's done an amazing job. And one of the more recent bids was our landscape bid, which we had talked about, including an organic option. And I'm happy to report that all inclusive, including the organic option, is within our budget. So we'll be bringing that to a future board meeting for approval, so we can at least try it and see if we get the results that we like. But it is something that we've been moving forward with and investigating for quite some time, and so it'll be nice to actually apply it within our landscape contract.
So a couple acknowledgements. Last night, I accepted the award for Irene for Special Ed Director for Region 17 and Access, so congratulations again. Congratulations to Mike Morrison for a very successful Bold Conference this past weekend and all of his efforts. Yvonne and Yadi have finished DLAC. We have one more parent training, but they've done an extraordinary job. Attendance is up and very enthusiastic parents participating. It's been great. Finally, thank you to Instructional Services and Public Communications for their support with Julie Cunninghams.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
In connection with the DLAC, I was so impressed by the number of translators and the number of our non-English speaking families who came to the event on Wednesday night. It blew me away, and I thought it felt so right. So thank you for everybody's hard work on making that a reality for our families.
Very dynamo. Thank you.
It was great.
We were all sitting there laughing with us when we had.
Right. I made a note of that. But Jeff Dipple brought those students also. I don't know that they were using the translation things, but yeah, it's really great. They really reached out, and I noticed a difference in a more comfortable level of them attending things. Yes. So that they can. I really admire the translator.
Yeah, me too.
That's rapid fire.
Yeah.
It's quite a skill set.
It is. So thank you.
Okay, now we move to our consent calendar. Are there any items that board members need to remove? And then, need a motion for items A to R. Is there any public comment on the consent calendar? Any board questions on any?
Actually, I do have one question. The Western Youth Services, will that just be at Elmore, or will that also,
At this time.
I had one comment on approving the bus transportation, that when you look at the encroachment, that we are committed to taking on even a bigger encroachment to have buses that are safer.
Right.
And that, using natural gas like that's, because it is a big chunk that we eat, all in favor of the consent calendar as presented?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries 4-0 with one absent. Information items on monthly financial update.
Thank you, President Vickers. This is the last monthly financials that will not have much change from the previous, because the next one will be our April monthly financial, and we'll see the 98% collection year to date of our local property tax LCFF funds. However, what this does show is we are tracking as we would expect based on our second interim projections. When you look at the fiscal year, one thing that I would like to point out, the two things, the assigned, the potential one-time expenditures has not changed from the last monthly financial, so we haven't expected or experienced any unexpected expenditures, which is very good for us at this time. And we do have the latest update for our OPEB trust, and we did lose money this last quarter. Our investment earnings went down about $42,000, however, year to date, we're up a little over $100,000, so it's still positive for the year, but the last quarter went down slightly. The rest is very similar information on all the various funds. Nothing, no new unexpected expenditures.
Can I ask one question, only because I just thought about this. So I pay my property taxes all at once. Do we get that all at once, or do they dole that out December and April to us?
Yes, it's twice a year. We do get some small collections here and there based on prior year, people's paid late, where they've actually made deductions on fees, but yes, it's mostly December and April.
So even, no matter when I pay mine, they need it out at
And one of those two, unless it was a catch up from the
Okay,
previous
got
year.
it. Just wondering.
Makes cash flow planning much easier when we get those two large installments.
Any public comment on this information item, on the budget? Any other board questions or comments? Thank you. And thank you for going over those details that you pointed out is the most important. We'll look forward to changes. Yeah. The challenge is to find it right. It's easy. Action items for tonight. Our first is item 14, approval of Hanover Research 3-year contract for 2018-19, 2019-20, and 2021. Gloria.
So this is a contract that locks in our rate for 3 years, similar to the one that you approved last board meeting. That one was actually for a September start of that research queue. So it was a little early. We got a discount if we got it to them early, which is great. This one is a result of the request to do a survey for the calendar. The timing wise, because our queue would not finish on the other queue at the time we needed, we had to kick in and start this other one. There's always research to be done. Been having conversations with some of the principals about some specific research they may want done at their school site or best practices that they'd like to do some research. So my intention is to somewhat hand this queue over to our site administrators and some of our other support staff to potentially do some work on. So Mike Morrison and I have been talking about some research around creating some living classrooms and what best practice research would be around that. So again, just kind of turning it over and having the other queue still go forward, especially with our LCAP surveys, our climate surveys, and reserve this queue for the duration of this next year. We'll determine 60 days prior to the contract renewal whether we will decide if we want to continue that or not. So it doesn't keep us going for 3 years. We have the option of 60 days to terminate for the next year. So.
Public comment? Or questions? You've obviously found this very fruitful.
It's been helpful. The reality is the survey instruments are always hard to develop, so Lisa and I have spent a long time with them trying to get the questions right, the way that we think they need to be asked, and they obviously run it through their folks to ensure validity. But really where it really hits the road is the disaggregation of the data. And that's where they really shine through, because that's information that the amount of time and statistics that go into kind of putting that together is pretty massive. So we found that that's been really, really helpful. So
Motion please. So second. There's collaboration on correct? I mean, when you do the surveys.
Yeah.
You see it even with.
oh, for sure, we've gone through, I think, like 2 or 3 iterations on
Okay.
this survey, and the same thing for the culture and climate surveys. We go through multiple iterations, add some questions, potentially reduce on some questions, really depending on what we saw on the statistics if we wanted to ask further detailed questions. So we've made some adjustments to a lot of those surveys over time, and we do conference call with them at the beginning of every study, partway through, and then at the tail end as well. We have fairly responsive folks now, we're working really hard to keep moving forward, so.
there's a lot to keep up with in the research area, and this is helping with that.
Right, and that's why I think the best practice research side of the house is something, we've been doing a lot of surveys, and administrators over there are nodding their heads. But what we haven't been doing tons of is just best practice research. We did a little bit of that in the beginning, but I think there's a lot of value in that. They do have a repository of best practice research that we can go into and just read and not have to conduct that on our own. But there are some things that are unique to us.
Is there a cost for that, or that's part of it?
It's part of the queue, yeah, and those take less time because there's not all the tools and survey tools that they have to develop. So those usually take anywhere between 3 to 4 weeks, depending on the topic, and then they send it back to us, and then we're able to review it. And again, in our context, we have a better understanding, and they understand what the research questions are because we help them over the phone, and they clarify. They take it back to the research folks, but they come back if they have questions or clarifications. So it does require staff time. We have to allot some time to make sure that we're doing it right, but on the flip side, if we were to do it ourselves, it would incur a significant amount of staff time to do that. So they will be sending out the survey on their own, which creates anonymous because they hold the data, they give it back to us disaggregated, which is also really, really important, especially when we're doing surveys of staff, and confidentiality is really important. So.
Thank you. Any other discussion? On favor? Aye. Opposed? Carries 4-0, one absence. Next action item, approval of board policies, first reading. Lori, isn't this?
Yeah. So there was some recent legislation, and we've been waiting to get the specific language as to what needed to be added for this policy. So that's why we didn't bring it at the last board policy workshop. We were able to get, here's the direction that we need to go especially on the student and family privacy rights, which was a big item that came forward. So as you can see in that one, we hold students' privacy very, very important for us, and there's an option which we didn't have, which is the superintendent may collect and distribute and disclose individual identified information. That is not an option that we chose in the school district. I believe that we owe it to our families and our students only in the cases where we're required by law, or in the cases above, which would be scholastic reading, or we may provide the information so that they can get their scholastic reading books. But we take that very, very seriously and how we put up doing that. So that's the student and family privacy rights. Any questions on that one before I switch? Any questions?
Go ahead.
And the next one's parent notifications, and this one is important. We do notify parents of their parental rights every year. We do that through our online data confirmation process, and we added in paragraph 2. We have this as more of a policy. It's not policy, I think it's a regulation, not as strong, and so we added this to our board policies, but at the same time added data confirmation because that's how we do it. So we want to be very clear as to how our parents receive their notifications, and it comes out in a very large ed code list of all of the parent rights, and you get it all at the very beginning of the year, and it's simply a checkbox if they have received it. There's no obligation for them to say yes, they agree, or no, they disagree. It's simply, I have received it. We should mail it home for price, better use of time.
Public comment. Okay, now your questions.
I just had a question with, students turn 18, do we notify them of their rights for an education for the time period they might be with us, or some notification?
We've been talking about what exactly that notification would look like. It was a conversation we had. It's a tricky conversation. Parents still have parental rights and access to students' records if they're residing in their parent's home and that they're killing them as a dependent. However, if you are 18, you do have some educational rights that we do that in special education cases for sure. They're made aware of their rights as students. But to the general student population, we haven't created, to the best of my knowledge, at this point, haven't created a notification to students. Again, the language is a little bit tricky on that as to what exactly you tell them. They know
wonder if they clarify something.
No, we shouldn't.
So once we get this done, I think what will happen is we'll continue that next step into kind of codifying what that would look like. In previous districts, there's been 18-year-old letters traditionally going home around attendance because students at 18 have the authority to write their own notes for illnesses. However, at that same juncture, they also take over full responsibility for their
Right.
attendance.
There's responsibilities.
There's a lot of
Rights
responsibilities for
and some liability.
Correct.
So I know it's defining, but language will be tricky, I'm just asking about.
Correct. And, traditionally, we try to get out and ahead of that to let parents know. That, hey, your child will be turning 18 and there are some rights accorded to them. So, again, I don't
If they
think we're
could
to that
stop
point
at
yet.
the party, then not call them up. Figure it out yourself. You got yourself up there, you get yourself down. All these things that are listed, are those all in the notifications?
Correct.
There are a lot.
I know, I've
That's
done a lot,
Looking
yeah.
for something, it's like, oh my gosh, that's just, some of them I assume are combined in something.
Yes. But it's a long list for sure.
And online, is that, are there any links?
No. It's strictly just the county sends this out to us
Like that, okay.
and it's
So
all
it's
of,
a link, it's Canva, and it's links, it's a Canva, same for everyone.
well, if you were to go online and you were to look at this in Canvas, which is online, you would be able to look through. But they all of them are, the definitions are attached to them. So you don't have to link through it. Here's the education code and here's what it means.
Used to be a pamphlet,
It used to be a pamphlet,
you'd
but
get
it's
on the
like-
first day of school.
You see a
Yeah,
booklet.
now it's a digital.
So you don't have to link through, they're there. So if they're referencing extracurricular, co-curricular, the definition, the explanation is traditionally be there. So
Okay. I think maybe it's set up in Canva.
Gamma clicks through, yeah, to the full legalese code.
You need to, you do need to make a little.
Okay, we need a motion to bring it back to second reading. Okay.
Second.
Any further discussion? On favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 4 with one absence. Our next is action item 16, approval of resolution number 18-02, order of biennial trustee election and specifications of the election order. Gloria.
So, it is election season this next November, and as such, staff proposes that the board approve resolution number 18-02 and order for the consolidated election for the members of the governing board to work.
Any public comment or questions? Motion. So moved. Second. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Like the roll call.
All roll call, thank you. Sure. Sorry.
Okay. Mrs. Vickers?
Yes.
Mrs. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Normandin?
Yes.
Mrs. Wolf?
Yes.
And member Perry absent, thank you.
Thanks. All of you. Action item 17, approval independent contractor agreement with Jennifer McLuhan in an amount not to exceed $14,800 for the 2018-19 school year. Dr. Debo.
Yes, in preparation for next year, we'd like to continue our work with Jen Cluen. Our expectation will be to continue to support Thurston with their integrated pathways, continue to develop the pathways at the high school to bring forward for you for your review. And to just continue our work with the K-12 implementation team, that we continue to move forward in our best practices and the big instructional shifts.
Thank you. Public comment? Any board questions? So, Thurston's on their own.
Our hope is that we provide their sort of 2 days next year, one each semester, one each quarter for the high school. No,
It's
okay,
it's down to the one.
and then 2 for the implementation.
Yeah, there it is. So you're hitting all the grades.
She really is rock star. Okay, motion. So, second. Any discussion? I think you really shared with us how much benefit we're getting from this, and she really accommodates our district, is that?
She does. She also provides some consulting support throughout, not just on the days that she's here. That's helpful.
All in favor? Aye.
opposed, carries 4-0 with an absence. Action item 18, approval of an independent contractor agreement with Thinking Maps for Path to Proficiency for English Language Learners, teacher training in an amount not to exceed $23,000. What do you vote?
Thank you. So we have held this training the last 2 years. Our teacher request from the attendees has been to pull it to the summer. They think that we may have more teachers attend. Member Normandin has stopped by and also seen the training. It's very well received. Some of our teachers said it should be mandatory, which of course we would not do that, but it's extraordinary training about how to break down language and support students with it.
Public comment? Okay, questions? Motion please, so moved. And any discussion? Thank you so much. Again, I know it knows that we are supporting the teacher pay for this. We're not just doing it during the school year.
Yes. We're hoping to capture some more
It's a
teachers.
commitment.
It is, it really is.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carries 4-0 with one absence. Action item 19, contract with Sunday System by Windsor Learning to provide training and instructional material pilot for summer school in an amount not to exceed $7,354.70. Dr. Devo.
Yes, so thank you. Irene White and I have been working together on behalf of the Dyslexia Committee. We were on the hunt for a dyslexia, a curriculum that would support us with phonological awareness and to provide some targeted intervention. We'd like to pilot it during summer school.
Public comment or questions?
So is this based on, in one way, if it goes well, will it be at both out more on top of the world? So I hope if this goes well, you're piloted. No. And then, is it based on gap or age? Like, we have a bunch of first graders or a bunch of kids with certain gaps? Skills.
Motion. So moved. Second. And Peggy, any discussion? So part of this is coming from the new requirements of dyslexia, so.
Yes. 1369, yes.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carries 4-0 with one absence. Action item 20, approval agreement for contracted services with All City Management Services Inc. to provide a school crossing guard at Thurston Middle School for the 2018-19 school year with a not to exceed amount of $14,000. And you present this to me?
Yes, present pictures. This is the same firm we've been contracting with at Thurston for the past few years. The one thing I would like to point out is that $14,000 actually split between us and the city. So we get reimbursed 50% on that because it's crossing our government, so.
Thanks for clarifying that, because I wasn't sure if it was 14 and then 14 without.
We submit reimbursement, but we're gonna have to pay out $14,000 initially, that's why we cleared out our not to exceed.
Public comment or questions?
So moved.
Any discussion?
It's a good use of that.
Safety net.
That's a tough intersection.
Oh, man.
I feel so sorry for those people.
Yeah, and on that, it's for our relationship with the police department has been extremely helpful. When there are times where they need a little help, a reminder, so those who watch the board meeting, ask them
All three people.
to pick up their patrols in that area, especially in the morning, I drop off, just to remind people that sometimes workers will go around, the cars were queued up to turn left, and not necessarily paying attention that the students are crossing. So we will be supported by the Beach Police Department to ensure the safety of our students as well. So
We're going to be down.
we're going to try our best. Yeah.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries 4-0 with one absence. Action item 21, approval, award of contract for purchase, warranty, and installation of information technology goods and services from Digital Networks Group Inc. based on contract number 3-14-58-0215F, supplement number 1 of the State of California Multiple Awards Schedule.
Yes. and the CMAS is even longer than that, so thank you, President Vickers. The next two items have to do again with ramping up for our summer projects. This is mostly tied to our 4CLE initiative, although it also has connection to the gymnasium, new audio visual system that we're gonna put over at Denver Gym. The approval of this will allow us to use the California Multiple Award Schedule, which includes the equipment and the service of installation for the IT goods. I'd be happy to take any questions.
Public comment? Questions? Okay, motion please, so moved. Jenna and Carol, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries 4-0 with 1 absence. Action item 22, award of contract for purchase, warranty, and installation of information technology goods and services from Extron Electronics based on contract number 3-16-70-2382B, supplement number 2 of the State of California Multiple Award Schedule.
Thank you, President Vickers. This is another California Multiple Award Schedule contract. I will point out that in this contract is also tied to the 4CLE Extron is the equipment that we like to use with the 4CLE, and it integrates throughout all of our campuses. It includes multiple vendors for installation in the CMAS. And that's a good thing because, as I mentioned before, the CMAS price is the ceiling, it's not the floor. So when you're able to go through multiple vendors and get varying quotes, you can make it even more competitive. The CMAS is already competitive, but this is a good one for us to use.
Thank you. Public comment? Or questions? Motion, so moved. Second? Get it. And Peggy. Any discussion? Just thank you, Jeff, for trying always to get us the best prices on everything. Because it's important.
Yes. Agreed.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carries 4-0 with 1 absence. And our last item, board member requests for items for next meeting, requests for information or general comments.
I just want to reiterate how wonderful I thought the Julia Lithcott-Haim thing, and I wanna say this, when you provide something that's dynamic and interesting and educational, they show up. I mean, that was a huge crowd, I had people text me, I'm on the wait list, you can go get, so it was so impressive, she's wonderful, I'm already reading the book, hopefully it's not too late with my kids, as the concierge. But I'm working on it. But I just wanna compliment, cause that was a lot of work, it was great marketing, it was great checking in, there are all the pieces of it. It was great, Deborah's group doing the food, it was just the whole energy there was really impressive, and I just thought, oh, they will come if it's something really valuable, so, well done.
Piggyback on Peggy's, just as concierge as well. But it was the next morning, walking the dogs, and there are 2 parents who were so stressed about college, early on. And it really kind of had that yes brain, no brain switch, it really kind of did the switch as well as the topic, and they were just like, they're gonna go somewhere, they need to calm down, right? Realizing the stress was bubbling from them, and really getting to talk to themselves. So it's neat to hear them, these 2 people especially, because they've been so driven at such a young time with their kids, so it was nice to hear. And then, since we just passed having the guard, the crossing guard, I thought maybe we could discuss asking staff to discuss other ways to make the one in the high school and the one at Thurston Park Avenue, those 2 crossings just more visible to people. If they could talk to the city or Caltrans and just see if there's something, because technology is constantly changing. But if we'd be willing to ask them to Caltrans to the city. Well, Caltrans does one on PCH.
Yeah, they do,
so-
Caltrans does
But
PCH.
I will have information and the city would be the.
Yes, the little flashing lights, yeah.
And a flashing light or something to draw attention, because sometimes the crossing guard's not there. Sometimes the crossing guard's not there, and even other times when you're going down and people are backed up turning in, right, and then people are coming up and then other people are stopping, that's 2 lanes, right, you can't see the crossing guard even standing there as you're coming down.
That's true.
And in just some way that it's visible in.
Kind of like they do on Coast Highway with the little.
Yeah, and I don't know.
We don't,
That's
see the
what-
challenge is that we don't have a stop sign.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And I don't want to.
that, right here, there's on the stop sign next to the pool.
Right.
And students gonna pop out behind cars sometimes right there, which is scary. And we don't have a way to recognize when students are on campus, so that there's no flashing light. like to recognize that.
Split or 25
Right,
when
so
students
down
are present,
25 students
whatever,
are present, so, I think we can always investigate the city and see if there's
They
an
do something.
opportunity, to do a study or look at it and see what we can.
They do have a 25-mile when students are present speed limit there, but yeah, it's just that, it's not like blinky or anything.
Correct, and so, not everyone knows our schedule,
Right.
So if there was a way that the program during the school year, then,
Something, right.
whatever, or some way that we can have a button push or there might be some options, so we'll, if it's of the board interest, we can reach out to the city and at least investigate.
A little more sampling, if you don't mind.
Yeah, for sure, right.
But first off, you should bring that to us as far as how dark it was at night.
Yeah.
So with the crossings at night, we have productions.
It's the little flashing lights on Oak Street that saved me, cause you see them as you're driving out.
Oh,
Cause that person could be hit by a car.
And they all look black.
Yes, yes.
After having eaten a lot of.
And then also, thank you for the feedback on the chicken dish from the students, it was really helpful to see how the students, what they thought of it, yeah. And they really liked it.
Oh, the update.
So just in that update, yeah, like I really appreciate it. And then, also for, Jeff and I said thank you for all the negotiations. And then there's also thank you, everyone on negotiations. And thank you for that summary of all the communications that came out. It was really helpful to see, when Sarah was saying something about what they're looking at, I was like, it was so helpful to see what people hone into and what they connect to, because sometimes I was like the number two, I was the only one, someone else looked at it, right? And I was like, oh, I thought everyone was looking at that, right? And so it was really neat to see like what kind of attention, kind of going back to, when parents showed up, so it was nice to see.
Thank you for the employee recognition, by 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I just think I think it's just a small thing we can do, but I think it's important, so thank you for continuing that and honoring that. The Green Schools event was really fun to attend, and the breakout, even though the breakout sessions were too short, I think they were very good, and so I appreciate all the work that went into that. And the garden is just flipping amazing. What a koi pond, right? I mean, it's just so cool, in a greenhouse, which I know is a source of but it's awesome, so let's just be honest, it's great. It's ditto on the Haynes, everything with the Haynes. I also attended the Pier Court at Thurston, a couple, 3 weeks ago. It wasn't as, I'm not gonna say engaging, that's not the right word, but as moving as the one last year, but again, very interesting, and Michelle Martinez and I had some interesting conversation afterwards. But it's again, a valuable thing that we do, that we allow to have happen on our school sites that is very eye-opening for, especially that middle school age student. It's just pretty incredible. And thank you to the bargaining units for your letters in our updates. Thank you, that is perfect. I just think that is a great way for all of us to be informed in a easy fashion, so I appreciate that. I also read the article in the Russian Pal about our re-leaguing situation, and we really are at a decided disadvantage. And it just, if you haven't read that, it's, and I'm, Jan probably can report everything, but it just really is, it's kind of bums you out, so.
Yeah, our staff appealed that to the highest levels, showing that information, and how they're not appropriately
They
placed.
just don't like us.
And unfortunately, it is what it is.
Seeing it in actual numbers was pretty amazing, so, nice job, high school journalism.
They do a great
Thank
job.
you. That's it.
Well, first time, get us comment on using the weekly update as we asked you, share information with us like that, and you jumped right into that, so I also want to say thank you for taking that opportunity to give us more communication. So TOW did a great job in posting that, but also I know Jeff, you spent a lot of hours on the application. And without that to do that application, we wouldn't have received the award and we wouldn't have been asked to host. So it was really nice, and it was really well done, and it was nice to have the state superintendent come to our school site and
get a chance to look around and.
He was very impressed.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was
It's a lot of pride.
a lot of pride, and that was well done, and as was your event, Alicia, because going the extra to do the food and have the jazz band out there. I mean, it was just a real extra to provide all that. And I agree with Peggy, but not only is it having someone to me that is really people know is going to be worthwhile to go here, it's the marketing piece.
Yeah.
Because you did a lot of marketing, and that's key, is to get the information out so that the people know, to sign up. So it was,
There's something about having to actually sign up.
yes, and having it in the theater, then that's
That
all like
makes
this, it's going
people
to be
think
big.
this is gonna be, I'm gonna see other people there.
I better hurry.
On a smaller scale, the spelling bee finals. We're always, it makes me think of her talk, like, it's good for them to learn.
tough.
That you don't always win. Yeah, cause suddenly that stage in tears. When they-
All at
yes.
once, usually, unfortunately.
I think that, and there was, and Jason was there, and Tom, Kathleen, Faye did they were at the front table, they had a little bell. And I think wasn't the boy that won, Larry, was his name, Larry? Yeah, and Mike was doing other duties that night,
We were at
another
the-
event,
It's the green ribbon event.
the Green Ribbon formal,
Yes.
the big time. In general, I wanted to pass on a compliment to the student newspaper, I see real growth there. And I tied into that, what I see is that, I received a copy of that front page article and asked me to do fact checking on it. And it was very well done, but I made a couple of little comments and they incorporated those. So I think that for them to learn how to be, responsible journalists is really a big step forward. So, and then I also wanted to comment on the whole inside section, because that's really social emotional directed. And, of course, I also see, would never have seen that in my high school student newspaper.
Oh my gosh, no,
They wouldn't have allowed it.
It didn't
but
exist.
It didn't exist, no. So it just complements to that. And then, I just got asked a question on why we don't do IB. And I explained that we spent a long time researching it before, and it's basically with a lot of things, which is slow.
Yeah, we don't,
We did study it,
the
and,
benefit, the cost benefit analysis
well, we
was
would have had to have
ridiculous.
teachers teach both. AP
St.
and
Helena
IB.
started it and dropped it.
Yeah.
Because the
But
cost
we
in
did,
their.
so if anybody has any view, I mean, we did spend a long time delving into that,
Oh, yeah.
and decided that
Site
it was
visits,
just something
everything.
that we could offer. That's it. This last thing, Victoria, we had a request to do a resolution, is it resolution, on this, thank you. Yeah, this is for the supporting the full funding. And Victoria asked me, and I said this would be the time to bring it up, so that we have consensus to bring it forward. Okay. I'm looking forward to this meeting.
Certainly don't want to be on the news like Arizona, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
No.
They soon be Colorado, West Virginia.
Even though this doesn't directly affect us, I think supporting all the students in the state of California is so important, so I completely support it.
Yes. Okay. Our next regular meeting is Tuesday, May 22nd, here at 6 o'clock in the boardroom, and motion to adjourn. So moved. In favor? Aye.